So, hey guys, George here, welcome back to another video, and welcome to my Game Week 36 Premier League predictions. Now, we have every single game in here, so go and find your team in the video if you want to see what I'm predicting. Let's get straight to game number one. Okay, so we kick it off at the Brentford Community Stadium for Brentford against Southampton. Now, this should be a good little clash. Now, Brentford, we're on a great winning run. You know, they were won 3 in a row, then drew in 34 and lost to Manchester United in game week 35, 3 goals to nil. It was a great performance from United, but we'll move on to more of that later. Anyway, Brentford, a very good team this season, and they look safe. They've hit that magical 40-point mark, and they're sitting in 14th, so they're not doing too bad. Now, Southampton are sitting one place below them, also on 40 points, and 15th. Now, this is a game that will it doesn't mean too much now because there's not many games left. Brentford should be safe, Southampton should be safe. It's Burnley, Leeds and Everton that need to worry about relegation. So I'm not sure what will happen in this one. I think it might be quite even. I'm going to go for a draw. Brentford 2, Southampton 2. Brit Turf Moor next for Burnley against Aston Villa. The clash of the claret and blue sides. Now, Burnley are in fantastic form. 3 wins in a row. They have not lost for 5 games. Guys, what are we seeing now with Burnley? With, who is it? Ben Mee in charge and the assistant manager guy. Anyway, Burnley being absolutely fantastic this season. And they face Villa, Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa, who have hit that magical 40 points mark. And, you know, again, Villa are safe, Burnley are not. And it's up to them to stay out of the drop zone. Now, Everton winning last week also means it's getting very tight down there. So, what can happen here? Burnley, I'm afraid, I think the winning run might come to an end. I'm going to go for Burnley 1, Aston Villa 1. So then we're at Stamford Bridge next for Chelsea against Wolves. Now, this should be a fantastic little game because Chelsea have been in mixed form recently. Now, they're sitting pretty in 3rd place. However, Arsenal are only 3 points off them. Now, it is getting interesting up there. Wolves, 3 losses in a row, but they're very comfortable sitting in 8th. They're not doing too badly at all, Wolves, to be honest. Now, they could still be in the fight for a European place, so it's another incentive to keep winning games. Chelsea, though, need to get back to winning ways after losing to Everton. Now, that was a poor loss for them, so hopefully they can get back to winning ways for the Blues here. What am I going to go for at Stamford Bridge? I'm going to go for Chelsea 2, Wolves 0. So we're at Selhurst Park next for Crystal Palace against Watford. Now, Watford are all but relegated right now. Oh my gosh, 5 losses in a row for Watford. Looks like the cycling GK and his Watford team are down, unfortunately for them. And it's disappointing to see, really, because I do like Watford, you know, especially with Ben Foster. What a great guy. Now, that's enough of my bias towards Ben Foster and Watford. Anyway, Palace are a very good side, and they've been pretty good this season. They've got some fantastic results, I must say. Now, Watford just haven't done enough, and it looks like they are going to go down. And can they pick up any more points? I don't think they will be here. I think it's going to be 3 points for Crystal Palace at home. Routine game at Selhurst Park. We're in here for Crystal Palace 2, Watford 1. So we're at the Amex next for Brighton against Manchester United. Now, the reverse fixture of this finished Manchester United 2, Brighton 0 for Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes on the score sheet. United were in poor form of late, but a fantastic win over Brentford got them back to winning ways finally. And I mean, I watched the game obviously, and it was a fantastic game. United played some really good stuff, and I think that's what you see when when the players who want to actually play for the team do play. You know, we saw the effort going, and that was fantastic from United. And I think similar might happen here at Brighton. Now, the Seagulls have been a very good side this season. They've been up and down. They've been good at kind of both ends of the season. Their middle was a little bit shaky, but they're back up there now, and they're not doing too badly. So what I'm going to go for here, I'm going to go for Brighton 1, Manchester United 3. Okay, so we're at Anfield next for Liverpool against Tottenham. This should be an absolute cracker, because Tottenham need Champions League football, and they need to get all the wins that they can get to get it. So, they beat Leicester last time out. Liverpool are in fine form. I mean, they also need to get all the points they can get. So one team's going to be left disappointed, of course, and without something potentially if Liverpool want to stay up on top of Manchester City, or could Tottenham subject Liverpool to their 3rd loss of the season? Who knows? It's an exciting game, and what's going to happen, I don't know. it's a tough one to predict, but I'm going to go for a Liverpool win. They need to get everything they can, and I think they will. That's going to get them over the line here. Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1. Okay, so we move to Sunday's games, where it's Arsenal against Leeds United. Now, Arsenal, another top 4 contender, and they're in a good little place right now. 3 wins on the bounce against Manchester United, who Arsenal they've beaten West Ham and Chelsea, of course. So big teams in contention for European spots that they've beaten. I'm very, very white here because of all the sun. Anyway, let's move on from that. So Arsenal are not doing too badly at all, really. So again, this is a game that they do need to win. I've waffled on a bit there, but there you go. They do need to win this. They do need to get a result, and Leeds are going to prove a tough test because Jesse Marsh's side were in fine form. They didn't lose in 5 games and then did lose in game week 35. So they do need a result here, and I think Arsenal are going to get the result here. Leeds, they're subject to a loss, and they need to get them to stay up. They need to get these results, so it's a tight one. It is a tight one. Guys, I've waffled on so much for this game. Let's just get to the prediction. I'm going to go for Arsenal 2, Leeds United 0. So we're at the King Power next for Leicester against Everton. Now this should be an interesting one because Leicester City are in up and down form at the moment. Everton need all the wins they can get, and they've got massive wins this season against top 4 contenders in Chelsea and Manchester United. Now United are not anymore, let's be honest, but when they did play Everton they were. So it's a weird one because Everton are, I mean, they just not picked up the points where they needed to, but then they have as well in the big games. So, what am I going to go for in this one? I think Everton are going to lose this one. They're still going to be in the relegation zone going in to game 37. Leicester versus Everton. Leicester City 2, Everton 1. I'm sorry, Everton fans. So, we're at Carrot Road next for Norwich against West Ham United. Now, Norwich are relegated as of game week 35. So, sad times for them. So, they'll just give everything they've got in these last 4 games, I'm sure. West Ham with 3 to go. And they're going to be fighting for a top 6 place. They'll win Europa League football next season if they can't win the Europa League and get into the Champions League. So, what's going to happen here? They've been on a run of 4 losses, and they play Frankfurt this week as well before this Norwich game. So, we might see players rested. So, if West Ham can get back in to that Frankfurt tie and go through, I think we might see a loss here against Norwich, or a win depending on the momentum. Either way, I think West Ham will come. What am I saying? Come on. Norwich 0, West Ham 2 for game 36. So our final game of Sunday is Manchester City against Newcastle from the Etihad Stadium. Now, Newcastle been in pretty good form of late. They did lose to Liverpool, but were very good in that game nonetheless. City in fine form. Leeds 4-0, easy win for City. So it's not looking too bad at all. They do need to keep winning if they want that league title, and I think they will continue winning. So what we're going to predict here is a simple win for City. City 3, Newcastle 1. So Tuesday's game, it's Aston Villa against Liverpool from Villa Park. Now, Aston Villa, not in the best spot, Steven Gerrard's side, but they play his former side, Steven Gerrard, in Liverpool, and could they hold them up from winning the title? Who knows? It's going to be an absolute cracker. Aston Villa have to play both Liverpool and City in these final few weeks, so it will be interesting to see what happens. Liverpool, though, they know they have to win, and I think they will win. Maybe a little bit of help from Steven Gerrard as well. He'll want to see his side win the league. I'm going to go for Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 3. Okay, so Wednesday's games, it's Leeds versus Chelsea from Elland Road. This should be an interesting one, I must say. Leeds, again, they need all the points they can get. Chelsea losing to Everton, giving them a chance. Could they lose again here to Leeds? Who knows? One we're going to go for here, it's a tough one to predict because Leeds could come out with a result. I think it might be a draw in all. I'm going to go for Leeds 1, Chelsea 1. Okay, so up next is Leicester versus Norwich from the King Power Stadium. Now, this game was supposed to be back in probably the 1st of January or something like that, because I've already predicted it before. And I predicted Leicester 3-0 against Norwich. I'm going to change that. I'm going to go for Leicester City 2, Norwich 0. Leicester should have enough here to beat them. Yep, Leicester 2, Norwich 0 is my prediction. Now, Watford, who are pretty much down, might be down by this point, play Everton next, and this is going to be an interesting one. Can they hold Everton up and let them join them in the Championship next year? Who knows? Oh, it's a tough one to go with. Everton might have enough here, though. This is one that they need to win, and they might just edge it, or it might be a draw. I'm going to go for Watford 1, Everton 1. Okay, so we're at Molineux next for Wolves against Manchester City. Now, City, big game for them. They need a result. Wolves, pretty safe this season, have been fairly good, and they're looking for a Conference League place, but they're not going to hold up Manchester City here. It's going to be a routine game for the Blues. They should win this. They've had troubles here before, a few seasons ago. However, they should be sorted on this one. I'm going to go for Wolves 1, Manchester City 3. We finish it up with the North London derby. What a little cracker we've got for this one. Tottenham against Arsenal. Again, previously predicted ages ago, back in January, because it's been rescheduled for Thursday the 12th of May. And I predicted 2-1 to Spurs. Now it is at Spurs, and when I go with the same thing, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because this could decide top 4. I'm going to stick with it. Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1. Why not? I think they're going to win. Guys, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game to see what happens. Make sure you watch it to see who gets into the top 4. Okay then, guys, that's going to be it from me for this week's Premier League predictions. It is a long one, I must say. We had so many games. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Put your predictions in the comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking. That's going to be it from me. I've had a fantastic time recording it. Hope you had a fantastic time watching it. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching. For now, it's George, out.